Good afternoon and welcome to our lower school assembly, another virtual assembly. I want to thank so many of you for already having logged in and signed in. The last time I checked we were well over 250 people that had logged in to listen to the assemblies. Growing together, reaching higher. So once again we get a chance to just stop and reflect and set our goals out for the next week. So there are quite a lot of notices this week, and I just want to go and remind you about the mental health and awareness, making sure that you're all keeping healthy, that you have a clear set of goals and a clear daily routine at the moment. Making sure that you can access the work and resources. For us, that's all through our school website on lower school and the virtual school there. You can still contact school via email, that's still in place, and also you can still use the Sharp system, which is available for you if you have any concerns. I'm still looking forward and have received lots of work to put forward to the Amazon prize. We've also got our new Art Bolton recipe of the week, and thank you Miss Allen for putting that together for us, and she's in particular looked at health over this time while she might be fasting. We've got some new information for you on the Year 10 Envisions charitable work, and I'll come on to that later, and also just to let all Year 9s know that the options process is open and it's on our website, and we've already had well over 70 people put their options in. So as I mentioned, Miss Allen has put together a recipe of the week, banana fairy cakes. What I would really like is if anybody tries this, if you can take a picture and send it to info@artbolton.org. I'd love to see pictures of these and may even put it forward to the Amazon prize. Hope you enjoy these. Let me know how you get on. So a lot of you are now getting used to the idea of how to contact us, and we've had quite a few people going onto the website and logging into info@artbolton.org to ask questions either of me or of your teachers. I've had quite a few from Year 9s asking about the options process. Also, if you have any concerns or you're struggling in any way whatsoever, the Sharp system is on there. Don't forget to leave your name on there so we can get back and contact you. And I know that the whole team are looking forward to speaking to people and are always here to support you. Envision has been part of our school life for a number of years, and in fact we've won quite a lot of these programs. This year's Year 10 team are working with Fair Share and are taking part to try and raise awareness for people, and in particular looking about how to deal with food waste. So before the coronavirus, we managed to raise the awareness, and they did come into our assemblies, if you remember, and they put a video together. So what I'd really like you to do, if you can, is to think about your zakat this year, the money that you should give for charity. We've added a link at the bottom of this slide. Please feel free to add a donation there, and this will take you to the website, and you can make a small donation or a large donation, however you feel, but perhaps you can talk to your family about this, and maybe this is something that you as a family could look into together and think about at this time whilst you're fasting, and think carefully about, is food shared fairly? Are we in this world of ours wasting too much food, and what can be done about it? So hopefully you'll link up and think carefully about how you use food and what waste you have. So yet another reminder then about how to get yourself put forward to win an Amazon voucher. We've already had one winner, and I'll be announcing the second winner later. So take a picture of any of your work or copy your work and send it to info@artbolton.org. If you put on there Amazon prize as well, it will probably get to me a little bit quicker. So if you've got absolutely anything that you're really proud of, or something that you have worked incredibly hard on, then please send it to info@artbolton.org, and I can't wait to see these. In particular, don't forget that recipe of the week. If you've got any photographs of what you've tried, I'd really like to see those too. So I thought long and hard about this week's assembly, and I was thinking in particular about you during this time of Ramadan. So this assembly today, and I've spent a lot of time researching and looking up information, spoken to Mr. Hetherington, had conversations with Mr. Patel and Mr. Deek about what should go in this week's assembly. So when you click on the next slide, hopefully you'll get a real good sense of how you should be during this time of Ramadan, and also how the current situation may help you to reflect a little bit more on your giving. So in the current circumstances, with schools being closed, businesses being shut, and maybe one or two people even losing their jobs, life at the moment seems different. So the structure of your normal Ramadan will have changed, and especially as families will be in isolation together, and you may wish to take a different approach. I've heard that some families are sleeping more throughout the day and then really enjoying their evenings and opening their fasts and staying up, while still maintaining the compulsory prayers. There is, however, the facts that we should still reduce social meetings and gatherings and interactions with others. And this is absolutely contrary to what we normally do during Ramadan, where we celebrate with families and friends. So I spoke to Mr. Patel and we had a conversation, an email conversation, and he sent this message for all of you. When the heart is strengthened in difficult times, it develops spiritual stamina, which then enables the body to do what previously seemed very difficult. So throughout Ramadan, things should stay the same. But in these uncertain times, these changing times, what is normality? What is the same? So you and your family will have to come up with what that will look like for you. You won't be going to mosques and having communal prayers at the moment. You won't be able to have family round and go and visit everybody. So you'll need to think about, well, how do we go about this? How do I spend my time and reflect? Having been at this school for a number of years, I know that life during this time of fasting should continue as normal. So you've already got your daily routine for school. So you still should be completing all of the schoolwork that's been set for you, logging on to Seneca, completing work and making sure you're doing it to a high standard. That should not change during this time. Far from it, in fact. At the moment, while you have time to think and reflect and become the best version of you, you may really think hard about, is this my best work? Is this the best that I can produce? Sharing this work with family would also be good. I know that my daughter has been sending me pictures that she's done, and she's also completed lots of rainbow pictures for the NHS, which I've given out to family. And this really just demonstrates that actually, even though we're going through difficult times, this time of Ramadan, the time of reflection, the time of prayer, can be used positively. We mentioned earlier about Envision and how they're raising money, and I've given you that link to the Just Giving page. I wonder if you've thought about this year, your zakat, the money that you're going to give to charity. We can't go out and spend on new clothes, and we can't get lots of money and go to the shops and buy ourselves new things. Is it worth thinking about what you can do for charity during this time? Can you give that little bit more? Are you prepared to do that at this time? I'm going to encourage all of you that during Ramadan that you keep your prayers, that you add into those prayers the prayers for all of those working in the NHS, all of those that are struggling with difficulties, financial, physical and emotional. Keep yourself safe, keep yourself strong, be the role models in your family and in your community, demonstrating all of those wonderful virtues that you've learnt about at school. Enjoy being at home, enjoy being with your family, enjoy celebrating Ramadan and looking forward to Eid. Just take this time to reflect carefully, and I'm going to repeat the message that Mr. Patel sent me. When the heart is strengthened in difficult times, it develops spiritual stamina, which then enables the body to do what previously seemed very difficult. So this week I've had an absolute plethora of shout outs from teachers. It's been wonderful, and I know you can read some of these, but I just want to pick out one or two of these that you see there. Year 9 Science Galal really put some huge amounts of effort into his science work. We've had in French Amina, who's done well over 6 hours on Seneca just in French alone. We've got some maths work going on there. Abdul Alim scored 100%. And then in RS, geography and history, you can see all these people putting in so much work and effort, and the teachers are still proud. We've got another piece of artwork from Safa in year 9 who won last week's Amazon voucher. So I looked at all of the work and I've discussed with some of the teachers, and I'll announce in the next slide who's won our Amazon gift card. But so well done to so many of you who are logging on, working hard. If you want something to be put forward, then please don't forget to copy it, take a picture, send it to info@artbolton.org, and I will absolutely look at that and see whether it's worthy of winning the prize. So here we go. Here are the 3 nominations for this week's gift card. We have Amina for her 6 hours on Seneca doing French from Mr. Sadi. We have Sidra from year 8, some amazing work that she sent in actually at the end of last week on Animal Farm, and the work that she's doing in year 8 there. And Safa once more for her wonderful artwork. And the winner of the voucher this week is Sidra from year 8, and I will be sending her the code for her Amazon voucher as soon as possible. So thank you so much for logging in once more, and thank you for listening to this assembly. I can't wait to see you all again, and I'm really looking forward to hearing all of these amazing stories as how you've been getting on during this time. Enjoy Ramadan and enjoy time at home with your families. Remember, stay strong and be role models for all of your families.